You know the type of guy that was a jock in high school but ended up becoming a huge nerd? You know, someone that's not afraid to make a fool of themselves on the internet. And someone that likes to shoot Polaroid a little too much. Did I say huge nerd? You know, just an ordinary, everyday guy. Well, that's me. I'm just another Chris. What is going on, everybody? Welcome in. Yeah, I'm trying to get back to live streaming weekly. But I always have stuff going on that prevents me from doing it. Like next week, which is I'm going to be in New York for Polacon NYC, which I'm really excited about. And I've never been, so we'll chat about that coming up. But I really wanted to get back into the habit of it because over the last couple of months, there's so much stuff's been going on. And haven't been able to do it. I love live stream. I love chatting with you. So I need to find a day. I'm thinking I'm going to start making Sundays the new live streaming day. What do you guys think? But obviously I couldn't do it tomorrow because that's Mother's Day. We got stuff going on that day. And so I figured I'd go live today and see how a Saturday works. I don't know. But feel free to leave some comments. Let's chat. Let's hang out. And if you have any questions, concerns, comments of any kind, please leave them down below. Let's get into it. Really excited to be here. We got a couple people already in the house. We got Jonathan. It's 4 a.m. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good morning. Hello to you too, Caper. Caper. Hopefully I said that right. I'm terrible with pronunciation of names and usernames, as you guys already know. I started doing the comments at the end of videos, and in the last couple, I kind of just abandoned trying to read your guys' usernames. Yeah, because I always butcher them. But what do you guys think about that as well? I've been doing that in the last, I don't know, handful of videos where I read comments from the previous video. I think it's pretty fun. I'm see if I will continue to do it moving forward, but I think it's pretty cool. And that way it continues the conversations, especially if stuff that you want to get answered. And sometimes I miss comments. I do my best to read every single one of them and try to respond to them. So that I think is a great way to do it. So let me know your thoughts on that. 4 p.m. here on the East Coast. Hey, so you're over there. Are you going to Polacon NYC? Aren't you like in Rhode Island, New Jersey, somewhere over there? I can't remember. But if you are, I will be over there. Head over to New York, near Brooklyn. Pretty sure it's in Brooklyn. Happy Saturday to you two. I appreciate you spending it with me for just a short time. Just hanging out. But yeah, I've got some fun stuff that I thought I'd share with you guys that I've got cooking up. One of them sitting over here. I didn't necessarily plan on talking about it, but it's right here, so I'll show you. Oh, well, this isn't it, but I got a video of this coming next Sunday. That is the Instax Mini 70, which is a really cool camera. I can't wait to release that video. But this right here, this is the Kodak EK6 with film. I shot with it. However, the camera I don't think works, and I've already potentially wasted a shot with it, so I have to track down a new camera. This is actually not the box for this camera. I went over to my friend Caleb's house. He had one that I was going to borrow and try. However, he only had the box. He can't find the actual camera, but he has all this fun paperwork for it, and this paperwork actually talks about the lawsuit with Polaroid. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to be adding that to the video. But this camera is still loaded with potentially working film. Yes. If you're over in the Discord, I shared the results over there. I think actually it was in the private Discord. So if you're not a Spitfire Club member, you can't see that. But that's coming eventually. I don't know when, but I have half of that shot, and I'm really excited, and hopefully it will work. Because I did, spoiler alert, well, maybe not spoiler alert, because it's still unsure. I did get a full spread of chemistry on one picture, but it didn't turn out, because I don't know if it's the camera. I'm pretty sure it's the camera. Hopefully it's just the camera, and that film still works. It'd be so cool to get Kodak photo. That'd be awesome. Rhode Island, yes, I knew it was that. I knew there. It's like right next door, 3.5 hours. Psh, no big deal. But you're not going. Why aren't you going, man? It's a photography event. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be super cool. I can't I can't wait. I'm really excited. Oh, there are adapters for the EK6 work with Instax. There are, yeah, absolutely. But I've got Instax, excuse me. I've got, I almost said Fuji again. I've got Kodak film, man. I want to get that stuff to work. Here's the box. Look at that. Crazy. But yeah, I got to make sure that works. I don't think the camera works. Because I put a new battery in it. It powers up. And it fires the shutter. It has like a double click. But it doesn't matter with the lighting condition. It's the same. So I think something's wrong with it. So I got to track down a working one before I could like waste more of those shots. Because that would be not fun. Because I think it'd be really cool. But I am interested in getting Instax Square to shoot through there. Or Mini, even. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Picked up the TL70 Plus. It is a big honker. And a bit of a learning curve. All Mint cameras are a learning curve if you can get them to work in the first place. I have not had the best luck with their cameras, as you guys probably have already seen and experienced, or just watched my stuff over the years. But I'm not giving up on them at all. I never do that. I always return to everything. It's not like a one and done with me when it comes to companies or cameras or things like that. I still continue with them, even though I'm pretty sure I have a defective camera from them, which is the second one. Mint RF70. I've gotten 2 of them, and both of them have not worked properly, which is really frustrating. Because you spend so much money on that stuff. Sorry, my dog. He tripped. He's an old guy, so I wanted to make sure he was okay. But yeah, so I still return to that stuff. I want to try out the TL70 and their other products, but so far my experience with them hasn't been the best. It's a lot of money to not get a great quality product. You'd think it would. If you spend $1,000 on something, you'd think it would work properly. But it doesn't. It's New York, and driving's a bitch. It is. So drive to New Jersey and get on the train and drive in. That's what I did when I was working in New Jersey in 2020. Much, much easier. But yeah, I did drive into Manhattan as well, and that was awful. That was terrible. Meter on this one is better. Oh, well, that's nice. My problem is it's not necessarily the metering. It's the fact that you need an ND filter on all their stuff, because they shoot Instax. It's got ISO of 800, and if you want to take advantage of the wider aperture stuff, you have to use an ND filter because the shutter speed isn't fast enough. If they were able to make a camera that shot at least 1,000th of a second, then you could start taking advantage of shooting at like f5.6 on those cameras, but you can't. They only go up to like 250th. No, it's 500. I think it's 500. I'm sorry. I think it's 500th on the RF70. I think that's it for all the other cameras. That should be worked on. I think that should be improved. That's my 2 cents. It would be a great start shooting instant photography. Which camera would you recommend for me as a beginner? I have shot. Dang, I keep forgetting to go back and fix the comment cutoff. Recommend as a beginner. I have just been shooting photos on my phone. Nothing wrong with that. Try it. But speaking of your phone, download the NomoCam app, and there's a fun little instant photo thing in there. It's kind of fun. You can shoot your Instax photos. It like mimics it. That one's free. Then there's a bunch of other ones you got to pay for, but that one's free. But the first beginner camera I always recommend is just an Instax like mini camera. Pretty much any of them. But if you have the budget, get yourself the Evo. It's a digital camera that basically just prints out photos, but it's still pretty cool. It's like a little extra easy step into shooting instant photography. And then from there, maybe get yourself like the Mini 990. Or I haven't tried the Mini 99 yet, so I can't really recommend it. But the 90 is a fantastic camera. It's got packed full of features, and I just released a video on that like a handful of weeks ago, fairly recently. But that's where I would start. I do have recommended cameras in the description below, and accessories, and the people I recommend going to for products or modifications, repairs, things like that. Links are in the description below. And yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Thoughts on Polaroid's newest monochrome? So the black and white film. Yeah, I think it's exciting. Came in a perfect time too, because I I don't know why. I've just never been into instant photography. Or let me rephrase that. More specifically, instant photography, black and white. I love instant photography, obviously. I made a whole YouTube channel about this. But I've never really gotten into black and white instant photography photos. It's just not really my thing. However, recently, let me back up. Mostly because like you shoot them and then they just turned, sepia, like brown colors and stuff over time. They haven't quite fixed the chemistry, unless you cut that little foam piece off at the little sponge. I digress. But I recently picked up some black and white film and was shooting it, and they supposedly fixed some stuff. It's better. And it is. And it was like really cool. So I just started getting into it. And then they literally within a couple of days after that, they announced this new black and white film that they're have done lots of stuff to, and cool frames, which makes sense. Why haven't there been black frames for black and white film? Come on. That's awesome. But also I'm really excited to try it because they do have a workshop at Polacon, because Polaroid's sponsoring it. They'll be there with that film, so I'll be getting to see that firsthand. Hopefully, they are cutting the class off at, I think, 30 people, or that workshop, or that talk, whatever you want to call it. So hopefully I can get in there and see what that's all about, because that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I actually yesterday went out to the store, a couple of local stores to see if they happen to have any. They don't. But I do plan on picking some up. But I kind of have to watch my budget because getting to Polacon, whoo baby, ka-ching, expensive. Luckily, I'm working with a sponsor for some products and stuff, so I was able to kind of get most of that covered. Not all of it, but man, it is expensive to get out there. So kind of have to watch the budget there. Any cameras on the horizon that you're looking forward to pre-2024 holiday season? Ooh, cameras that I'm looking forward to. Well, I don't know what's coming, right? Are you talking about like new cameras, or are you talking about like old cameras that I want to get my hands on? Because I don't know of any new cameras that are coming down the pipeline. Just ones I hope that's made one day. Like my classic Polaroid Go, like miniature remakes of cameras like I talked about, or some type of folding Polaroid Go camera would be amazing. And I had a lovely conversation about that on the recent podcast episode with Ben from In an Instant. We kind of talked about that. If you guys haven't seen that, there's a link down below to the podcast itself. It's on YouTube and Spotify. But I don't know of any new cameras that are coming down the line, other than the Mini 99, but I think that might have actually just been able to get purchased for you can get your hands on. I guess it was pre-ordered for a while, and not many people have gotten their hands on them. But yeah, there are other things that videos that I'm playing for cameras that I'm really excited to try. I just wrapped up the Mini 70 video that'll be coming out next weekend. There are the Polaroid, what's that called? The Polaroid 1600, that Grumpy, sent me. I got those on deck to be hopefully coming out towards the end of May, review on those. I'm hoping. There's just so much going on. And then in June, I'm actually going to Florida for a job, going to Orlando for a week. So much stuff. And now that the weather here is finally good, that's why I'm able to actually start doing camera reviews. Because I don't really want to do camera reviews just sitting inside. This one is mostly inside, because I shot this before the weather got good. Most of it, but the photos are from I went on a walk, shot some stuff. But most of the cameras, I just don't want to be in here and just start talking. I want to be out there, shooting with it. So now the weather's good, I can finally do some of those. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Oh, speak of the devil, bring a 1-600 with you. Yes, to Polacon. I wish. I literally. So here's the situation with me going. The way it works, I can't bring a check bag because of the scheduling of my flight, my checkout times for hotels, and I can't really be walking around New York pulling a luggage, because although there's an 8-hour, 9-hour difference between my checkout time and my flight, and so I have to literally pack everything in one bag, one backpack, and then I have a little sling bag for personal stuff. So I'm only being able to bring 2 cameras, And so far, I'm bringing my SX70 and I'm bringing my Instax SQ, excuse me, not the SQ6, the lomography square glass with the mini back, the interchangeable, because I have some really expired Instax mini film that's New York City frames. So I'm gonna I've been hanging on to that since 2020 because I bought it from B&H on clearance, but it expired in like 2018. But I've cold stored it ever since. So I've been waiting for my chance to go back to New York and shoot that. So I'm gonna be doing that while I'm there. But yeah, I'm gonna be shooting Instax Square mostly and Polaroid. But I might be able to sneak in one extra, like I have this thermal camera, this thermal paper camera. I've been meaning to do a video on it for years. I've shot some stuff with it, but I might sneak that in there as well. We'll see. But that's pretty much it as far as cameras I can bring, because then I've got my clothes to worry about and all that. So we'll see. I was going to do a test run with my bag and see what I can bring. So probably not the 1/600, unfortunately. And the only reason I'm bringing the SX7 because it folds and I have a dedicated spot on my bag. It's on the outside. It has a sleeve I can slide it into. So technically it doesn't take up any room. So we'll see. We'll see what I can be able to bring. It's supposed to be less contrast. I'm all about the contrast. But we'll play with it. Oh, you're talking about the new monochrome film. Interesting. Yeah, I'm excited to try it. I don't really have any expectations for it though. So and plus, to be fair, I don't have a lot of experience shooting black and white film because I just never gotten into it. So I kind of need to shoot a bunch before I can make videos talking about it because I'm not really an expert. Not that I'm an expert on any of this. I've never really tried to be one. I just shared my experiences and shared my thoughts and opinions. Shared my hobby. Would it be better to buy a Polaroid now? Not the Plus. Second gen or Polaroid 1 Step 2? Ooh, both are great, but I lean more towards the 1 Step 2. I don't know. The pictures I get out of those things are fantastic. And they have a tripod mount on the bottom. The Polaroid Now doesn't. So if you wanted to use like the self-timer mode, it's a little bit easier. It has physical buttons on there for like exposure compensation. The Polaroid Now doesn't. It has a little screen. You kind of have to fumble your way through it. What else did I have? I think it has double exposure. I can't remember actually. I'm not really a double exposure guy. Yep, so I can't remember. But I think I would go with the 1 Step 2 if you can get one. But keep in mind, they are a little bit older, so those batteries have a higher chance of going bad quicker. Not that they have yet, but it's about 5-6-year-old camera, I think. Maybe longer. I think it came out in 2016. The last model, though, came out in 2019, which is the Stranger Things one, actually. But there have been people who have been able to successfully replace the batteries. And I know Dennis from Chromatic Parts has replaced the battery on the i1, which is technically basically the same body. So I would imagine him being able to do that on the 1 Step 2 cameras. If and when that time comes. Well, it's not a matter of if. It is. All these cameras Polaroid puts out, one day those batteries will go bad. And the cameras will be paperweights. Sucks. But there'll be people popping up and repairs. Maybe Polaroid will offer that. Who knows? That would be awesome. Instax Mini 90? I'm pretty sure you mean over Instax Mini Evo. Which one would you choose? Well, the Mini 90 is a little bit harder to find now just because it's been discontinued because they replaced it with the Mini 99. But it depends on your preference. If you want the true instant film aesthetic and feel and process, go with the Mini 90 because it's a lens to the film stock, light to the film actual. It's a real camera. I use quotes because people hate the Evo because it's on a real camera. It is a real camera, but it is a digital camera that just takes that digital image and then exposes the film as it's ejecting. So it's not like the true process, but you can get some really cool photos with it that you wouldn't be able to get with an actual instant camera. However, the prime example of what we're just talking about, it does have an internal non-replaceable battery, the Evo. The Mini 99, or excuse me, the Mini 90 has a rechargeable battery, but it's removable. So you could replace it with something else, like if it goes bad or whatever, it just pops back door. It's awesome. It's packed full of features. It's freaking cool. I wanted to do a comparison between the two, but I didn't get around to it. That camera was on loan. I don't actually own it anymore. It was a friend of mine's. But, so that's my 2 cents on that. And they're both around the same price. They're each about $200-ish. Yeah, you might be able to get the Mini 90 for a little bit cheaper now, 150-ish, maybe. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Well, hello. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Would you go for a Polaroid now or Go for a beginner? Go for the Go if you're just starting out. It's cheaper. You'll find out if you like it or not. And actually, the Go's growing on me. I want to get the new blue one, the Gen 2. I used it on a trip down to Polacon, San Francisco, road trip, and I had a blast with that dang thing. It's pretty fun, and I haven't really used it in a while, many years actually. I had so much film to stock. I had like 20 boxes of that just sitting in the fridge. So I just told the people I was with, there was like 4 of us in total. I'm like, here, shoot this stuff on the trip, go nuts. And so we just started just firing photos along the whole way. It was so much fun. The Go is a great camera. Get the Gen 2. Don't get the original one. Not that it's bad or anything. It's just might as well get the new one. And it's supposedly better, but the first one was fine. But yeah, if you're just starting out, it's a great way to dip your toes into instant photography at a lower cost. Because the Polaroid Go camera now dropped in price to $80. As its standard pricing now, which should have been that to begin with. But the film is cheaper. You get 16 photos for $20 versus 8 photos for $20. So, yeah. And that alone can deter people from getting into the hobby. So, might as well go cheaper to find out. That's what I said. Or just go for Instax Mini. It's even cheaper. Then you'll find out if you even like it. Almost skipped over Jordan's favorite square camera. It's a tie. I'd say it's a tie. It would have to be the Instax SQ6 or the Lomography Square Glass. Which, like I said, I'm bringing the Square Glass with me to New York to Polacon. With the mini back, which I don't recommend, to be honest. Shooting with the mini back, it is really difficult. But I was saying I have some New York frame. Instax Mini has New York City frame, so I'm going to shoot that. I have to. And I can't bring multiple cameras, like I said, so I'm going to be forced to shoot it in the Lomography Square Glass because you can change the back out and be able to shoot square or mini. But those are my 2 favorite, and I've done videos on them. Most recently, the SQ6, I did a video in January. That's the recent one. I need to do a updated square glass video. I meant to do that when I was in San Francisco, but did not happen. Ooh, good. Here we go. My Berkey Keystone. Yeah. Pick arm fails to push out 3rd and 4th shot. If I don't send the door back, but I need to fix that. Back. Oh, the camera works. But hey, that is fantastic. Mine doesn't. Mine's with Dennis right now. He's seeing if he can fix it. Oftentimes the shutter doesn't open. Yeah. It's just old, and it was the first unofficial Polaroid camera. I love my Mini Evo for I'm carrying a camera / bag outing. Yeah, just to have it with you. Best camera is the one you got with you. That's why I think the Polaroid Go is missing that opportunity. If they could make that to where it like folds down, because then it would be slimmer and you potentially could fit it into your pocket. That way you always have the camera on you. Man, that'd be awesome. I would probably shoot with that almost exclusively. Almost, not quite, but almost. If it was in my pocket at all times, that'd be so cool. That'd be awesome. But yeah, the Evo's great. Store in your bag, and plus that film, you don't have to worry about the same things you do that you would have to worry about with Polaroid film. So you could literally just leave it in your car on like a hot day, and that film's gonna be fine. Polaroid, not so much. Got my Mini 90 secondhand for yeah. That's that's usually where I send people. Honestly, all my cameras, pretty much, not all of them, are secondhand. I'm looking at my shelf. The only ones I've ever bought brand new was my One Step Plus, which I bought it secondhand on discount. They got it as a wedding present, didn't want it. So I got it for like $50. It was awesome. With some film. But it was brand new. The other one that I bought brand new was the Lomography Square Glass. I'm looking at my shelf, like I said. The i2, Polaroid i2, I bought that brand new. The Mint RF70, bought brand new twice. I bought the what's it called? Now Plus. I bought it twice. 4 times. 3 times. But one of them was a return. Actually, I returned 2 of them, and I still have one of them. It still sucks. But yeah, most of my cameras secondhand. Polaroid Go though, I bought brand new as well. But yeah, all secondhand. You get good deals on them, and 9 times out of 10, they're already brand new. The person that bought it just wanted to have fun with it for like a little bit, and then they're like, "Ooh, film cost is expensive," and then never used it again. So it just sat on a shelf. So it's basically brand new. So if you're worried about that, go for it. Don't. It's a great way. It's a great way. You know how a cigarette smoker will sometimes slam their pack down repeatedly? Oh, so I know what you're saying about getting it to work. I think that was what was wrong with my Berkey camera, but I don't know. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? If you're going to do a square update, include the Diana square. I was talking about the lomography square glass update, but I do want to try that. I just don't have it. And as you guys know, it's expensive, man. It's expensive. It's expensive to buy every freaking camera. Most people don't do that. They're like, oh, which one should I buy? So they go to YouTube. Oh, this camera looks pretty cool. I might get this one. They buy that camera. They shoot with that one. Then like a year later, like, oh, I'll try this one. They might have 4 cameras over the course of 6 years. For me, I have to buy one every week, it seems like. And that stuff adds up really, really fast. I mean, just last year on 2 cameras, it was nearly $2,000 on just 2 cameras. Not to mention all the film I had to use to, load it and shoot it to do the reviews. So it's expensive to do this type of channel. But I would love to do a Diana. If anyone has one, let me borrow. I got a P.O. box in the description. Send that baby over. I just actually haven't found one at a price locally or anything like that. I think they still sell them on their website. That's the lomography. That's what we're talking about, by the way. And I do plan, hopefully, on going to Lomography's store in New York while I'm there. I'm hoping. That'd be really fun. They need to make a wide Evo. I know, that would be cool. I wish they would make wide anything. They haven't made anything wide other than the wide link, the wireless printer one. But that's it. They haven't made anything for the wide in who knows how long. Instax wide 99 would be pretty cool too. Wide Evo and Square Evo. Square Evo they have made. It's called the SQ10. SQ10. I believe it's called the SQ10. Yeah, and it came out a long time ago. But like 15 years ago, I think. But it does exist. And I would love to get one and make a video about it, but I don't have one. I've been looking at the size of the photos like the normal one Polaroid now makes, but as you said, the 1 2 is easier to use. Well, it's the same film. The same film size. But it's easier to use. Actually, should I go for the Polaroid and stuff already? Yeah, so the film is the exact same. They're both I-type cameras, so they shoot the standard photos. However, with the Polaroid, actually, never mind, both of them do the same thing, yeah. You can put anything in there except for S670 film. So they're the same photo size. So if that's your determination, either one of them is great. It'll be easier to find a Polaroid now because you can literally go to Target, Best Buy, Walmart, anywhere, and just buy one. 1 set 2 cameras, you can't do that. They don't make them anymore. So you have to go to eBay, Facebook Marketplace, wherever, and try and get one that way. Amazon sometimes puts them up for a good deal, but most of the time they're resellers, so you'll pay $200+ for them sometimes. But yeah, like I said, I'm more partial to the 1 step 2 cameras. They're pretty great. Hello, go. What's go mean? Johnny, I love your face too. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. What's your go-to energy drink? I don't drink energy drinks. This is not an energy drink. This is not a sponsor. This is Liquid Death. They were on sale, and I've had this one once before. They're pretty good. This is the sparkling lime flavored. It's like a LaCroix, a little crux. Not a sponsor. They could be though. They're actually sponsoring Polacon New York. I saw that. Quinky dink. But I don't drink energy drinks. I stay away from that stuff. It's bad for you. Terrible for you. I recently got my hands on a vintage Polaroid Sun 600 LMS. However, the flash doesn't work. I can only use it during the daylight. That's a bummer. Hang on, let me finish this. I might have a solution for you. Is it worth to fix the flash? So, here's the thing. On a lot of those old cameras, I've had this happen a couple times where they could have been sitting for 20 years, right, unused. And you put a brand new pack of film in there, and it works, but the flash doesn't fire. What I would do is, to be honest, I've only successfully done this once. But you take an empty pack, put it in the camera, and then just run it. Just keep firing it and keep firing it. And then pretty much until the battery's dead. And then put in a new empty pack. And if you more times do that, it'll help charge up the flash again, because it could just be so gone that it just needs that juice, that constant like power to it. And I've done it once to where now it works flawlessly. So maybe that could be a solution. Other than that, yeah, you might have to send it off to get fixed. The only people that I know maybe could do, I don't know if Dennis can do that, but Retrospect I think does. I'm not sure. I've heard some shifty things on how they do that. Sometimes you send them those cameras, they send you the same camera back, but it's not yours. It's just one they had laying around. And then they keep your camera and they just use it for parts for other things. That's what I've heard. Don't quote me on it. That's just what I've heard through the grapevine. But Dennis, I don't know if he can do it or not, but he's worth asking if that doesn't work out for you. Charles, hello man, what's up? Thanks to one of your videos, I ordered myself an Instax Mini 12. Nice. Last night and having received it this morning. Wow, you bought it last night and it showed up today? Was this on Amazon? Because otherwise, that's crazy. That's fast. And let's see, it's made my daily walk much more enjoyable. That's awesome to hear. It's a great camera. Any of the Instax cameras, honestly, they're great. You're gonna have a good time with them. But this one's been really fun to use. This is the Instax Mini 70. It came out in 16. I have a video, like I said, coming out next weekend on it. But look at the form factor of this thing. It's so thin and small, and it's got some cool features that aren't on any of the newer stuff, which is kind of crazy. I have an SQ10 with my first Instax I bought years ago. Oh, you have a 10? That's awesome. I've wanted to try one. I think that'd be pretty great. I would also like to see an Instax extra wide format. That'd be fun, like a 4x6 or something. That'd be really cool. Where we review the Basquiat and or Pantone film. Probably not. Maybe if I can get my hands on it for a good deal. That stuff. That film out of the, was it Basquiat? I can't pronounce it. There was like one frame in there, maybe two frames that I actually liked. The Pantones were interesting, and there was someone selling some at the Polacon San Francisco. I almost bought it, and I thought about doing a video on it because I have been wanting to do. I used to do them back in the day. I haven't done them in a long time, but just dedicated frame, like photo frame videos. And so I thought about it, but I'm like, I didn't. And I still need to make my duochrome video. I have all of them pretty much, minus like maybe one. But I have the green, blue, yellow, and someone was gracious enough to send me an Impossible Project pink from 2017. Probably won't work, but I need to do a video covering all those. But I know it's a slight digression. I skipped over. I'm coming back. Hang on, I skipped over. I've already contacted Retrospect, and unfortunately they don't ship to Saudi Arabia. Oh yeah, that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So try what I mentioned. See if it works out. Last night I tried taking some Polaroid shots of the Northern Lights with a 600 film S670. Yeah, I was going to do that, but I went outside and I couldn't see it. But got nothing. Yeah. What camera do you use? I have my S670 has been modified. I can shoot it in bulb mode. And it shoots 600 film and all that stuff. So I thought about trying it. But then I couldn't see anything. I think I lived too close to the city. It was all light pollution. So tonight, supposedly, there's another chance to see it. So I might drive outside the city tonight and give it a shot. But yeah, I was wearing the same exact thing. You're welcome. Give it a shot. Tonight, it's pretty strong. I'll try dropping the film door for 3-minute exposures. So I had a friend do it last night with unmodified SX70 camera. He did a 2-minute exposure and he got nothing. I'm thinking if you have an SX70 camera unmodified, at least 5 minutes. Probably. I have 2 packs of reclaimed blue in my fridge. I have 1. I don't know what to shoot. Good question. That's been my problem. Like, what do I shoot? I have 1 left. But at the same time, I did a video for my Halloween special showing you can pretty much make it yourself at home. So I thought about just selling my pack and then just shooting it with, basically it's just a gel. Put a blue gel filter over your pack or your lens, and you can pretty much replicate it nearly close. But not fully, but pretty close. What are your thoughts on the Lography 110? You talking about the actual 110 camera that you like? It's like this. I have used one. It wasn't mine. It was somebody else's. I don't know how my photos came out. I shot it. It's interesting. I have some 110 stuff. Actually, look at this. I forgot I have my overhead camera set up. But yeah, I've been shooting some. I have some videos on this. I just got back this from developing, but they didn't come out very good. But I have some content coming out of that, but I don't have any thoughts on it. It's interesting. It's kind of cool. But yeah, it's as much as I know, because I barely used it. I guess I'd like to buy either the Polaroid now or the Instax Mini 99 Evo. Not sure yet. So many options. So many options. But the thing is, you gotta know what format you even like to shoot. So that's where you should start. What size do you like? Because Polaroid is way different. Do I have a size comparison happen to be handy? I don't. Dang it. I don't have a Polaroid nearby. But they're a lot bigger. The photos are bigger, but they're more expensive. A lot comes with it. Like temperature outside affects your photos, like developing and things like that. But with Instax Mini, you don't have to worry about any of that, but they're small. Or just Instax in general. You have to, don't have to worry about a lot of the same stuff that you do with Polaroid. But they're a lot smaller. And the cameras are like, fine, they're fine. But Polaroid has such a cool selection of cameras. Like the SX70 cameras, SLRs, things like that. So it really just comes down to you got to find what format you want to shoot and then go from there. That's what I would recommend. Just keep the Polaroid back in black and white film long enough and you will get the duochrome pink. Interesting. Does it do that? Does it do that? I've never, didn't know that. But yeah, I need to do the duochrome pink one because that'd be awesome. It's an impossible project stuff. However, I did get a photo taken of me at Polacon. Someone shot an impossible project photo of me, like from that era, from like 2017, 16, something like that, and it worked. So I have hopes, maybe, for duochrome. The blue gel idea to replicate the reclaimed blue is a really good idea. Yeah, it works too. I mean, it's not perfect. Like reds still kind of come through from that video. I might sell my packs too. Have you ever tried the new monochrome? We were just talking about that. No, I haven't tried it yet. I've tried the newer stuff though. Before that, the stuff that they updated, and they did. It's definitely an improvement. But I haven't tried this new stuff. I'm hoping to at Polacon NYC because they're going to be there. Polaroid will be there with demonstrations of their new film as well as the i2 camera, I guess too. But yeah. They're going to be shooting with the new film with Polaroid. I can't remember. It's on their website. Links to it, if you want to get your tickets, if you're going, in the description. I'm not sponsored or by them at any means. I'm not affiliated. I am doing a workshop class, though. I haven't really talked about that publicly. I think I did post on Instagram. But yeah, I'm leading a Hacks and Things, I'm calling, the workshop on Friday. Next Friday. Really excited. If you're a Spitfire Club member, be on the lookout for a video of me talking about it and showing what I'm going to be doing, kind of like a practice run through. I need to do that. Hopefully I'm going to shoot that this weekend, but I got a packed weekend. We'll see what happens. I just got the official Polaroid microscope telescope attachment. Can't wait. That's cool. I've been curious about that myself, but that's really cool. I can't even talk. Thank you for putting me on the Film Junkies. Yeah, shout out to you, Mondo and Jazz. I ended up buying a custom Polaroid from them. Awesome. That's great to hear. They are fantastic people. Great work. I have one of their cameras. It's on my shelf over there. They sent me just as a surprise. Didn't even have to ask them. They said, hey, here you go. It was really nice of them. They sent me a Zerg from Toy Story camera. It's really cool. I still need to make a video about that. I meant to do that last summer because that's when they sent it to me. So that has to happen this year. So much stuff. Yeah, my very old may actually be Impossible Project Black and White. Definitely hard shifted magenta pink. Interesting. That's pretty cool, actually. Maybe it was the temperature. You ever think about that? Maybe it was just hot out that day. Because Polaroids do that, but I don't know. I don't have much experience with the Polaroid black and white. What are your thoughts on the 99? I can't say anything about it because I've never used it. Other than it seems gimmicky a little bit with those light filter flashes. But it could be fun, could be cool. I don't know. I've never used it. I want to get it, but it's $200. So many cameras. Not a lot of time and not a lot of money. But I do want to try it. So, hopefully. What are the absolute fundamentals, most important things for a novice photographer to consider when taking photos? That's a great question. And do I have a button? Ha! I do have a button. I have a masterclass going over that fully, in depth, for beginners and a little bit of advanced stuff in there. Link is in the description. Go check it out. But my number one advice is simple. Don't let other people tell you what to like. Go for it. If you want to go for the Instax Mini Evo, a lot of Insta photographers are going to be like, ew, that's stupid. It's not a real camera. You're an idiot. That should never exist. It's an abomination. These are real comments that I've gotten, just so you know. You know, that's a big one. Just go with what you want and go. Who cares? Don't worry about what other people think. That's pretty common. That's pretty much life advice in general. But if you're getting into things, just remember it's film. It's not digital. You can't shoot it like you would digital. You know, you got to pay attention to the sun or your light source. Don't shoot into it, things like that. And be prepared to waste a lot of film. That's one big thing. When you first start, you're probably going to waste a lot. And that's cool. That's just what you got to do sometimes to learn. When I first started, I gave up on Polaroid like that. Just immediately. I'm like, this is awful. And I'm going to shoot an Instax only. But I went back to it and realized, nope, I was just an idiot. I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, it's expensive. So that's just some things. But if you want more information, more in-depth, going through everything, consider checking out the masterclass. A link is in the description. And probably tomorrow, I'm going to put it on sale for just a couple bucks off. Just for the week of Polacon. I was going to do a Polacon discount on the masterclass. Even though it's already pretty cheap. $60. It's like 3.5 hours, I want to say, course, with 2 live streams that you get to rewatch. I did some workshops on some stuff. So there's 2 of those. So those are an additional 2 hours. And if you purchase this year, I'm hoping, if I can get my schedule figured out, I'm going to be creating some free add-ons to it. So if you already purchased it, you'll get it as extra. One of them is going to be covering the i2 camera. Because when I released that, like weeks before the i2 camera came out. So that's not part of it at all. So I will be including that with it. Just like a rundown of it, a little bit of the tips and tricks with it to get you going. Because people have been asking about that. And I want to include a night photography shoot. Possibly use it as a neon sign tutorial, pretty much. That's what everyone asks me about. So there you go. That's my 2 cents. I think I'm gonna buy a Polaroid now. Would like bigger format because I've seen your video in the Nut Plus and the overexposes. It does, even the Gen 2. But yeah, go with the Now. It's great. But remember, the 1 Step 2, same film size. It's the same format, same stuff. Fantastic life advice. It is. It is. It was a fun idea, I think. Oh, I skipped over your first comment. My bad. I'm like, what are you talking about? I just came in from a family party in Germany. They had a booth with a Kodak instant camera for all the pictures. Looked like it. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Those are cool. I have a couple of those. They're over there on the shelf. Yes, ruined a really great photo of my nephew taking quite a dramatic facial gesture because of the sun. Yes. Knowing your light source and then knowing how to use exposure compensation is also a pretty big one. And I cover that in an actual shooting demo. That's the thing with the masterclass. It's not just me like talking to the camera. It's me out there like showing you examples, like shooting demonstrations. But there is a lot inside where I'm going over information because a lot of people are just getting into the hobby, into the craft, and don't know a lot of this stuff, some basic stuff. Like, it's film. You can't expose it to the light before you put it into the camera. Things like that. Like, people open up their packs and then they just like take the dark side off and to count how many photos they have left. I've seen people do that. So stuff like that. It's all part of it. Anyway, let's get back to it. Gonna experiment with taking a Polaroid on a selfie stick while spitting. That's pretty cool. Or you could get some of those filters that Retrograde Engineer has that replicates that to some degree. He has the vortex lens, and there is this one that like blurs the top and bottoms of your photos, so you could get kind of a cool effect that way too. But let me know how that goes. That's a cool idea. You have some crazy lenses and filters. What's your favorite? Oh yeah, great segue. The lenses and filters. My favorite one of all time is the fisheye lens. I have one. I've been using it for years. Technically, it's the same one that Aviv from Retrograde Engineer sells. It's the same one, but mine's branded differently. And what he has done is great because these companies stopped making these. All of this stuff a couple years ago. He's been able to resurrect them by contacting everybody, get everything back together, and now they're his lenses, which is really cool. So the one I'm using is from something else, but it's the exact same lens. I love that one. And I've never been a fisheye lens really guy, but this one doesn't really distort the image that much, unless you're really, really, really close to it. So you can actually get kind of a crazy wide angle lens. It's pretty sweet. That one's my favorite one. And then some of the other ones that Aviv offers, like the Vortex lens, pretty cool. And I have some coming in the mail that aren't for like instant photography. They're like they're bigger lenses. They're like, like this size. I have some coming, but I think I can hold them up and look through them. They're pretty cool. There's like a starburst one, like a rainbow type one. It's pretty interesting. So I'm going to be messing with that and doing some videos on that in the future. But so far, those are my favorite ones. And I want to get good at photographing passing cars. Yeah, I've been wanting to experiment with that myself, to be honest. I've seen some cool, like people running, and it's a tracking shot. You get them as they're running, and you take the shot. So it's like all blurred, and then except for them. I've been wanting to experiment with that myself. So that's pretty cool. I would love a night photography topic. Never really done it. Yeah, it can be tricky, but it's kind of straightforward at the same time. You just need the right equipment. So once you get that, then you're pretty much good to go. But yeah, lost my spot. Yeah, there we go. Night photography on Polaroid is extremely satisfying and surprisingly easy to have a tripod. Yeah, it is. You just have to have a tripod, obviously, for most of it. Not always. Like, I've done some crazy shots handheld. I just released an Instagram reel today, showing off the. Here, actually, I can show you. Show you the photo. Yeah, so I shot that handheld. It's ever so slightly blurry, but if you saw the video, it's pretty dark outside. Like, pretty dang dark. And I'm like 30, 40 feet away from this. or so, and got some really, really good results. It's just knowing, like, because it looks so. I don't even know how to describe it. You just have to try it a few times and you kind of get the hang of it. But that sort of stuff, it puts out a lot more light than you realize. And if you get close enough, I mean, I should have been just a couple of feet closer, and it probably wouldn't be slightly blurry. It's really not that bad, but it's ever so slightly blurry, but still pretty sharp. But that puts out quite a bit of light, especially if you're shooting with a 600 camera. This is with the i2, by the way. You can do stuff handheld, but SX70, forget about it. You won't be able to do that at all. That's 600 film. But yeah, you don't need a tripod, a lot of the times. There's another one that I posted today too. This one, well, it's a little, my camera's kind of blowing it out. Hang on. Let me darken it up a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, but so this one, I actually used -1 on the exposure compensation to get this shot. And it was pretty dark out. Not dark, it was like sort of twilight out. And yeah, this was -1, and it's super, super duper sharp and exposed pretty well. So you don't really need, hang on, let me put this back to the right settings. Somewhere around there. Yeah, so you don't need a tripod always. It's just kind of knowing the distance away from the stuff, but like neon lights in general, they put out quite a bit of light that you just don't really think about or like realize more accurately. So you can get some good shots just handheld. Sure, we love that. I just need more equipment. Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, in your hobby, you're always gonna be like, more. But I like to tell people, like, just use what you got, try it, and get good with it, and then go from there. Then expand from there. That's what I like to say. Oh, wait, I gotta put this back up. Okay, there we go. Bam. But yeah, so if you guys aren't already going to New York Polacon, you should. You still have time. You've got till next week? Thursday? I think it's Thursday. No. Hang on. I think it's Thursday, the first day. Or is it Friday? Oh, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah, it's a 3-day event in New York. I land on Thursday, and what's really cool is I'm going to be going to the place I've always wanted to go. Well, since 2020 when they opened. I think it was 2020. That is the TWA hotel. And I guess they're open to the public to come in, take pictures. I've got Retnex film I've been saving for the event that I ever get to go there, and I do. It's at JFK Airport. So when I get off my plane, beelining right over to that hotel, and I'm going to be shooting some cool photos there. I'm really, really excited. And then from there, I'm going to be, I don't know what I'm going to do that day. I don't even know how much time I'll have, or if I can afford to get around the city. Apparently it's expensive. I don't know. But for Friday and through Saturday, I'll be dedicating to hanging out at Polacon. Really, really excited. And I'll probably do a partial day on Sunday because I do fly out that evening. So, yeah, if you're going to be there, come find me. Let's hang out. Let's chat. Let's take some photos. Let's have a good, grand old time. I am really excited. I haven't been in New York since 2020 when it was a ghost town. It was a ghost town. I drove, I didn't get to walk. I got to drive through Times Square. There was nobody there. It was crazy. It was peak pandemic time. It was August. It was wild. It was wild. I already had the Vortex Prism and the Split Prism. They're meh. The Vortex is like my favorite one from them. The Split Prism blurs top and bottom. Yeah, that's what I meant. And it's good for skylines, though. Yeah, the Vortex one's super fun. I would recommend using that on an SX70 because you can frame it up. Even though I've used it on a 1-step 2 camera and freaking nailed center focus on stuff with it. It was awesome. And that's a cool lens. I've used it on other things too. But that one, and I guess the Kaleidoscope one is also one of my favorites. It's really cool. Oh wait, are you going to do any lives? Probably not, but maybe. we'll see. I gotta assess the situation and everything. I don't know what to expect because I've never been to one before. There, more specifically. So I don't know. If I can, I will. But I can't guarantee it. But it wasn't on my list. But it would be pretty fun. I really use the actual tripod for night shots. I use a sturdy metal selfie stick. Like a monopod. You're probably talking about. That's pretty cool. If you have the what? No idea what you mean there, buddy. Oh, there we go. If you have the choice, 1-step 2 or i2. Ooh, 2 different cameras, but I'd probably still go with the 1-step 2, to be honest. Even though I've been using the the i2 camera a lot this past couple weeks. If you guys have been following me on Instagram, you would have seen like the reels I've been posting. I'm using that a lot. I have been enjoying it. I've been getting mostly good shots. Like every 6 to 10 shots, I'd say I'm getting really good results. But the 1-step 2 camera, it's every shot, man. It just fires and it's beautiful. And I don't even know the last time like I've gotten like a messed up shot with that. It's this great camera. It's fantastic. I've been thinking about getting a monopod even more compact. It is. I need to do a video on it. There's this tripod that someone sent me. It's modular. It's a tripod, monopod, and it like shrink. It's got some cool stuff, accessories and stuff. I've been meaning to do that video. It's carbon fiber, which is great because it's light, but it's also they're light, so you put your camera on there and it wobbles sometimes because it's needs to be heavier. But it's a pretty good one. But it turns into a monopod. So I need to do that video. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it on up, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be on the lookout next weekend for the Instax Mini 70 full review. This camera is fantastic. It's really cool. I've been really enjoying shooting with it. If you want to see some photos from it already, consider checking out the Instagram. I released some reels of me walking around shooting with it. It's pretty cool. That comes out next Sunday, but next week I will be in New York City. Half Laszlo impression. And I've been watching What We Do in the Shadows a lot. Finished this series, actually. And be on the lookout for Goose Week. Yes, I was supposed to release that like last week, but I've decided to do something crazy, make it into this whole thing. I don't know when it's coming out, to be honest, at this point, because I got so much going on. Maybe in June. And I'm trying to make a fun limited edition t-shirt that goes along with it. I got somebody potentially working on it. I'm not sure now. I got to follow up with them. But it's going to be really fun. There's going to be 4 episodes with that. I go on many walkabouts, shoot some stuff, and some cosplay stuff with my sister and her fiance. They, in fact, dress up from characters from What We Do in the Shadows, if you know that show. It's fantastic. So that's coming. There's a lot of cool things coming down the pipeline. I can't wait. But I really appreciate you guys coming, hanging out. I'm hoping to do these live streams weekly. There won't be one next week, though, because I won't be here. I will be in New York City. Hey, what's up, Petra? How's it going? Thanks for the videos. Hi from the Netherlands. You're near the homelands of the factory of Polaroid. Go get some film there. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's see if this actually works. It never works. But let's see if it works. Where is it? It works. It's actually working. Yes. Hey, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you want to get your name in the credits, consider becoming a Spitfire Club member. A lot of perks. Appreciate you. Hopefully I'll see you in New York at Polacon. Now get out there. Make smart.